Okay, so now we have got a patient and Prince Sao, for whom we have logged into the system. We'll perform some vital studies for him, and post that we'll perform some pathological test as well for Prince. So I'll open the first channel or the first drawer, if you wish to call it. Let's take a simple test, which is your NIBP or your blood pressure. So you can rest your hand here. So I selected the test menu, NIBP, and I'll say start test. It gives you an instruction to confirm whether the handcuff has been properly applied or not. You just have to say confirm yes, and the pressure, it starts building up the pressure. And it performs in a way wherein it's a mixture of a digital and analog functionality. Okay, where you, as you saw in the cuff, it was just a pure cuff, and then the rest of the computation and everything is done here. Now if you look at, his blood pressure is high at this point of time. Okay, now we'll introduce you to few more things here. One, whatever previous blood pressure readings were taken for Prince, now you can see a whole trend graph on this. So it has got two representations, one in form of graph and the other in form of trend table. I'll close it. Now there are other functionalities. So like for example, if I am looking at this particular test and if I have to recalibrate this sensor or this NIBP device, in that case I can go here onto the setup and I can click on calibrate or perform a leakage test. Okay, that way your manual calibration can be performed for NIBP, and similarly similar settings are available for each and every different sensors that is integrated into this particular device. Now I'll open this. Now from a blood pressure cuff point of view, we have got two versions of it. One as an adult cuff, and second we have got also a pediatric cuff included into this particular device. The other that we were talking about, this stethoscope, digital stethoscope, using which a real-time data transfer can happen between a patient and a clinician while doing an e-consult call. Thereby the clinician can actually do a physical examination of patient, specifically his hearts, lungs and abdomens and things like that. If you look at the other areas here, so I spoke about the incubation. Okay, now I'll jump onto the other pathological test, but before that let me quickly introduce in terms of how the different tests are getting performed here. So all these tests that we talk about is not on a dry method, but it's all on a lab quality wet test method, where we are using microfluidic channels like these for different kind of tests. So different channels has got a different configuration of microfluidic. So for example, for your TCDC and hemoglobin, we use microfluidic chips like this. Okay, where once you prick the finger, okay, it can exactly suck in 10 UL of blood in the space which has been created. Okay, and then this can directly go into the analyzer and you will have the results in 4 seconds for, say for example, anemia or hemoglobin, and 30 seconds for your TCDC. Similarly for your urine urine test, it takes hardly a minute or so, less than a minute, I'll say 30 seconds to 1 minute to perform your urine test. So which means that within 30 seconds any of the one test on the hematology section that we see as the first chamber here for the pathological section can be performed. Okay, and All of these tests can be performed simultaneously also for a patient, wherein if the patient has come in where he has to get his anemia as well as your TCDC and urine test, in that case all the three can be simultaneously processed. We can initiate that test, jump to the next one, now put in the sample there, and it will complete it and the test results will be shown on the screen. Now for the other kind of test that we have, especially your assay and biochemistry, we are using different kind of microfluidic, which is what you see here. So this is a pipette based microfluidic chamber that has been designed. So once a finger prick has been done, you can touch this and it will exactly take 10 UL of blood into this microfluidic channel that has been designed. Once that is done, as a second step, you get a pre-filled regions for different tests, and you have to just unseal it, put it inside, and put it inside the analyzer as a third step, and the rest the analyzer takes care of it. Now what does the analyzer does? So analyzer, the first and foremost, if you see a barcode here, it looks at the barcode and ensures that we are not using a reused reagent or an expired reagent first. As a second step, it goes ahead and verifies the temperature of the reagent that we are using, and if it is not at the room temperature or an ideal temperature, in that case it will incubate inside the analyzer itself. Okay. As a third step, the analyzer then does the mixing, wherein it's like a syringe where a mechanical part pushes this particular syringe to mix the whole blood into the reagent. Once that is done, finally the test gets started, and the test results will be displayed on the screen here, as well as the same data is immediately available on the patient's mobile app through the MiFi Health app. Or if the doctor is in consultation at that point of time, in that case even the doctor will be able to see that data instantly on his mobile app through the MiFi Doctor application, either on an Android or on iOS or on a web platform. Now let me help Prince with one of the tests, which is your anemia test, and let's see how quickly it does. So we'll be using this microfluidic chip. We will require one pen for pricking his finger, okay, and a sanitizer to clean his finger. So this is what is required to perform one test, either anemia or WBC or I'll say TCDC, or anything on the blood assay or the chemistry part of it. So let's do this test. So I'll close this. Now if you look at this, the area that has been created with mind that yes, you require some space wherein till the time the sample is taken and put into the analyzer, you require a space where these things can be kept, and this is what we are calling it as a bench top, which can be utilized to perform the test or keep the sample for a relatively small amount of time. Now let me go ahead and perform this test. So after sanitizing his finger, I'll let it dry for a second or so. I've already changed this, so I'm already using a new lancet into it. I'll go ahead and prick it. So that's almost a drop of blood. Here's the microfluidic chip. I'll just touch it over here. It ensures that it takes exactly the same amount of blood which is required to perform the test. so we can just clean this. Okay, now the next I just need to go ahead and make the selection in terms of the anemia test that we are going to perform here. So we go ahead and do a test selection here under CBC. We go ahead and select anemia. Okay, and it is ready. So we have to just say start and open the channel here for your anemia test. Put it inside here. So I'll go ahead and repeat it. So let's click on start here. Okay, then I'm putting the, I'll put the microfluidic chip inside here. It's fitted. Now I'll just close it, and if you take it, testing is in progress, and here you get the results. So it's hardly 4 seconds to get your anemia test results on the screen.